begin to have a powerful impact on your health. Similarly, experts say even a few changes in your home begin to affect your health, your relationships, your finances. Is that possible? Let's find out. A lot of people, when they knew that I was going to come and interview you, said, can you ask him on what should we do if we want to improve our health or our relationships or bring more prosperity and abundance into our lives? Are there answers for that?
No one asked you how to, make a child focus into studies.
Yeah, that too.
It's a very common question that I am asked.
Okay.
What can be done to make the child focus more into his books? Now, if you strictly follow the subject, or if you ask anyone, they would say that, one should sit facing the east.
ये बहुत मुश्किल है. You all constantly have a compass with you and say इधर देखो
इधर देखो उधर देखो, right? Now that what helps to generate the energy in a child to study is, first thing is parental love. How much time are you spending with the child, especially during the exams? Most of the parents don't even know which exam the child is going for.
But what does this have to do with Vastu?
This has to do with energy. The second thing is the diet, especially during the examinations. Now, he is having or she is having just junk food. Food also is energy that the child is consuming. The room in which the child is studying, should be very well lit. The child should not study just with a table lamp. There has to be general lighting in the room in which the child is studying. B, there should not be too many books on the table on which the child is studying. Invariably, you will find that, children are studying exam times and you have these piles of books, both on the left, right and maybe on top also.
And what happens as a result of that?
That creates pressure on the child.
What about people who have health issues? Is there something that Vastu or earth energies can do to help them?
According to Vastu, what can affect health is, like I said, light. If you have perpetual, darkness in your room or in your house, sickness is bound to set in. And one thing very funny and strange I have observed that, in such houses, during the day there is no light because there is no natural light coming. And at night there is ample light because they are all switched on, the alternative lighting, okay. So they are reversing the biorhythm in which we are living. Then stress is likely to set in, sickness is likely to set in. So in houses where you have no natural light and you have light in the evening, they are very prone to sickness. I'm not saying that 100% there will be sickness, but then they are very, very prone. They are very vulnerable to sickness.
This is an important thing for people to keep in mind who are going out to buy a new home or a flat, is does it have adequate natural light?
Does it have adequate natural light? And should they like a place, or if they are living in a place which does not have natural light, then they must have a low wattage bulb on even during the day, which people are very reluctant to do. Now, third thing which can affect health in your living space again is clutter. If you have too much clutter around you, you are blocking all the good energies.
So basic mantra is get rid of clutter. Certain things help usher in good energies. Most critical is the front door of your home, which is considered the face of Vastu Purush. It should be clean, aesthetic and not creaking. Next is the entrance hall. What do you see? What is the first impression of your home? Are there old newspapers, garbage cans blocking good energy flow? Aim to especially increase good vibes in this area. Most people have got so used to their spaces, they don't even notice them anymore. So can you enter a home and immediately sense this is a happy home where people communicate with each other, even when you've seen nobody? Is it possible to pick up those kinds of messages?
You see, it is not that when you enter, there are times when these messages are picked up even when you are outside the house. You start getting that feel good factor or the feel bad factor. And it is not only in houses, it's even in some restaurants or shops that you go.
So is there a simple thumb rule that we can follow in terms of picking up these vibes when we visit spaces? What, say for instance, you're negotiating a new job or looking to buy a place, what's the kind of signals you can stay alert to within yourself?
So first you have to tune yourself to pick up these signals, and for which you have to connect yourself to nature. For which you have to be centered within. For which you have to meditate. You have to follow a regime to first be becoming an antenna to pick up these energies.
It's very interesting that if you have a clear channel, you can start intuiting what's good for you and what's not good for you.
Exactly. You see, sometimes it works that you clear your living space and you start clearing yourself. Or you start clearing yourself and you start clearing your living space. It could work either way.
Even a simple thing like clearing up a messy desk can begin to mysteriously de-stress you. A calm environment tends to create a calm mind. Similarly, a calm mind tends to build around it a calm environment.